Good morning. This is Monday, July 3rd, 2017. And today's video is addressing a specific group of people. Today I want to address bikers. Not just any bikers. I want to address specifically 1%er groups, but also all clubs, not just the AMA, but all riding clubs, all family clubs, any and all motorcycle enthusiast clubs or organizations. It's you that I'm talking to today, so I want to let you know a couple of things right off the bat. My intention is to be 100% respectful, okay? I admire a lot of you guys, both in the 1% community and in the AMA community. So I'm going to do my best to get through this without, with showing the expected courtesies as if I were a part of that community, which I am not. I'm a cager. Been trying to get on two wheels for some time here, and I'm going to do it one of these days. Probably start off with a Honda. I know, don't rip me, but eventually I'll get on a hog. So, today, just want to address you guys, especially the 1%er clubs that are just sort of in the background in the United States. Now, first of all, let me say that I understand that your nations have their own priorities, their own goals. Your nations have your own successes and failures, problems and solutions, and so I get that. I also get that none of that has anything to do with me or society in general, because you have your own society, you have your own laws, you have your own people. Now, having said that, what I want to address today is the fact that us citizenry out here in the larger society that you consider yourselves apart from, we need your help. We need your help with something very specific. Now, I also know that for the most part, many of you know what's going on around the world in chapters of your clubs that exist elsewhere in the world, in Europe, in Asia, wherever they might exist. Okay? Now, recently, about 3 weeks ago, a group of Hells Angels led a march against Sharia in Luton, England, I believe, the town that Tommy Robinson is from, and he gave a great speech up there. I would check it out. I didn't know you guys didn't all ride Harleys. That was interesting. Saw some pretty cool bikes in that shot, though, and some patches as well. Always like to see those. Want to see you guys out there with those patches. Now, I understand that you have good reason not to be out there flying colors. And I know F.T.O.T, well, just take that aside for a minute. I don't want you to toss it out the window, because I understand it's there for a good reason, but just take that sticker and put it under your fairing for just a little while. Okay? I am calling to appeal to all motorcycle club nations to come together, to put aside your differences, your squabbles, especially you Big Four or Big Five. Don't want to exclude anybody. So what I would like to see is you motorcycle nations, especially you outlaw motorcycle nations, come together for the specific purpose of standing in solidarity with us, the citizenry, against the Islamic invasion that is happening in our country. And I know you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, you might not put it in those terms, but I think you can agree that that's basically what it is. That is what's going on. You recognize the signs. Most of you are ex-military or even current military. You know what protocols are. You know how they're created. You know why they're created. Now, you are also trained in recognizing the signs of approaching conflict. Now, personally, I have a varying opinion on how well you guys handle conflict within yourselves, within your own organizations, in your own nations. I really can't have an opinion on that, though, and so even if I did, I wouldn't state it because, number one, it's none of my business. Number two, it doesn't affect me in any way. But the point I'm trying to make is that the Islamic invasion that is taking place in the United States and in Europe, especially Europe, but more and more over here in the United States and in Canada, it affects us all. Not just you guys and not just us. I hate to break it to you guys, but as isolated as you want to be, as apart and separate from the larger society that you want to be, and I totally get that, the bad news is that it's not going to work when it comes to the current Islamic invasion. It's just not going to work because Islam does not view you as a separate class to be dealt with or a separate class to be negotiated with or partnered with. They view you the same way they view me. It doesn't matter that you have a rank. It doesn't matter that you belong to a nation on two wheels. It doesn't matter to them that you have a special place in society, a special function in society. They see you the same way they see me, and that is, I am a kuffar. I am the kafir. I am to be either converted or subjugated or killed. And the same goes for you. Now, obviously, you've got a much better chance standing up against that than I do. I don't have an army behind me. I don't have the power that you guys have. I don't have the influence that you guys have. I don't have the legal backbone or background that you guys have, that your nations, your organizations possess. I say that for the sake of your country, and by the way, for those of you that are vets in any motorcycle nation, anywhere on the planet, thank you for your service. Here's to you for that. It's just coffee. If I had whiskey in it, it might carry a little more weight, but ran out of whiskey. So, my appeal to all of you is take F.T.O.T. and just put it under the fairing for a minute. I would love to see your colors out there on the streets, in numbers, riding your thunder, baby. Come on. I want to see all the colors out there, especially at events such as what was recently taking place in Roseville just a few weeks ago with the anti-Sharia march. You know, there's a lot of pushback against such activities on the part of the left and on the part of the government. Yeah. And, I mean, anything that goes against government is something that you kind of lean towards anyway, right? I do. Come on, help us out. Show up at these events. Make your presence known. Law enforcement isn't there looking for you. They're there just try to keep things calm. But the second things get out of hand, guess who they're going to jump on? The Muslim community? Nuh-uh. They're going to jump on us. We're the ones trying to stop the coming invasion. And we need your help, bikers, of all clubs, of all nations. We need you to come together. We need your leadership to take F.T.O.T. and put it aside and come together and say, hey, we have a common enemy here, and it's not going to do any of us any good to stick with the old tried and true ways of doing things. Now, I know you guys know that. Many of you do, and it's just my hope that me not knowing anything about your hierarchy or your structure, that your leadership is talking along these lines, that your leadership is saying, hey, you know what, we've got a bigger problem on our hands. Let's take F.T.O.T. and put it under the fairing for a little bit and see if we can't come together and do something. The bottom line is, I want to see some patches out there. I love seeing patches out there. It's a little thrilling, of course. I know you're used to getting all kinds of different reactions, but my feeling is that the more patches the public sees out there, the better they're going to feel about your taking a stance with us against Islam. If this message resonates with any of you, or with anyone who's not a biker or in a motorcycle club or involved in any such thing. Write a comment. Let me know down below. Thumb this video up or thumb it down according to however you feel. Let me know if this is something that that you people out there, you patch holders, if you dare to respond, please respond. Let me know if this is something you guys are actually considering, or if I'm just completely off my rocker. Anyway, I hope you all have a great day. Be safe out there on the road, and ride hard or go home.